So based on the results of an experiment that was conducted to test a sample of floor dust from Mr. Kiekefer's art studio, based on those results, a second experiment was done to find out what could have caused those results. So take a look on the back of the first page, and I'm going to show you the results of this experiment. The samples that are being tested, first, a repeat of the test for what's in the floor sample, and then a standard and a control, and two additional samples, aluminum and iron, because those are the two most abundant metals that are in Earth. So stuff that comes out of the ground, high content of aluminum and iron. So let's take a look and see how the results turned out this time. I boiled the samples in acid like we did, and I'll pour them through the filters, and instead of cups I'll use beakers so that you can see what they look like when I add the chromate. Now what we're looking for is evidence that the results that were obtained indicate that there's lead in the sample that came from the floor. We want to rule out any alternative explanations for what we observe. So let me take out the filters here, and then I'll add the chromate, and we'll see if there's a reaction or not. You should already have predictions made for each one of these samples, and then we'll record our observations below the predictions to see how they compare. Okay, adding the chromate. So starting with the floor sample, it turns very cloudy, which is the result that was obtained the first time. And the standard, okay, that one turns very cloudy as well. The control, there's no reaction here on the control. And for aluminum, there's no reaction on the aluminum. And then for the iron, oh, that's interesting. So the reaction on the iron is a positive reaction, negative for aluminum, negative for the control, positive for the standard, and positive for the floor sample. So record your observations, and then you'll need to interpret these results and what they mean about the ability to detect lead in the sample that came from Mr. Kiekefer's floor.